Stand up. Third.
With Kawhi Leonard winning the NBA championship, here's something that's a little bit weird about the NBA Finals of 2019. Number one, with the only exception of the Raptors winning game one at home, the other 5 games the road team won. That's very strange, right? The Warriors won games 2 and 5, and the Raptors won games 3, 4, and 6. The Warriors won games 2 and 5 by a combined 6 points. The Raptors won by 12. They won by 13. They won by, I believe, 12 in game one as well. And the only game that they won by single digits was the closeout game. And then they won it in the last possession, defending the last possession. And Kawhi getting the and one at the end by 4, 114 to 110. Another thing, the Golden State Warriors in the first 3 games of the series scored 109 points. Game 4, they scored 92. You know what's so crazy about the stat? The Golden State Warriors, the Raptors cracked 100 in every single game of the series. The Warriors only scored 92 points in Game 4. And that was when Klay Thompson came back from his hamstring injury. Also, for those of you who don't know or probably don't remember, Kawhi Leonard, when he won the Finals MVP in 2014, Kawhi Leonard was under the Nike brand. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kawhi Leonard has broke the streak. He is the first player in 13 seasons. For the last 13 players that have won a championship were all Nike athletes. Kawhi Leonard was one of them. But ladies and gentlemen, now Kawhi Leonard is with New Balance, and he has broke the mold. He has won a Finals MVP, averaging 28.5 and 9.7 rebounds while wearing the New Balance shoes. And let me say, the Kawhi Leonard shoes that they've been making have been awesome. They look great. And people were out here trolling Kawhi as to say that, I'm a fun guy, I'm not going to change the design on the shoe. The shoe looks good. It looks like it performs good. So why I need to trade it? But Kawhi Leonard has some really nice kicks. And I've really started to go and like them. I got to see how they perform on the court. I would definitely definitely want a copper shoe, probably sometime in the near future, depending on what color I like. But no, it definitely looks like a really dope shoe. Just looking from the outside, I think New Balance has done a really good job in changing their design for basketball sneakers, and I really hope that they could try to build on that concept for future basketball shoes. For athletes, to perform on the court with the shoes. To use something that they could play in. And also, Kawhi Leonard is the first player to be on a brand that's not Nike to win a Finals MVP. Yet Steph Curry was with Under Armour, and still is, but had his chance in 2015, and Iguodala kind of took away the MVP because of the powers to be by the NBA. And he's with Under Armour, just saying. Steph Curry would have broke that mold. And at the time, he would have been the first player in 9 years at that time. So that's just very interesting. Very, very interesting. And remember what I said, that the Warriors played also on June 13th. And unfortunately for the Warriors, bad luck happened. And you can always say it's a superstition, but it's just so crazy, man. That Kevin Durant gets injured in Game 5 on Monday, and then on Thursday, on June 13th, Klay Thompson ends up tearing his ACL. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it pretty much eliminated him for all of next season. That's crazy. And that's like kind of symbolic, and I don't want to think bad, but that's what I'm saying, what happened. And I'm saying, had Steph Curry and the Warriors had gone to Game 7, I said the possibility of Steph Curry, possibly. I didn't say it's for certain, because, you know, people will take my words out of context. I didn't say Steph Curry was going to win the series. I said if somehow Steph and the Warriors were able to pull it off and happen to win Game 6 and then go to Game 7, I had mentioned a couple of videos ago that Michael Jordan won a championship on Father's Day on June 16th. On that same date on Sunday, that's about to be 23 years to the day on Sunday, that the 72-10 Bulls knocked off the 64-win Sonics in the NBA Finals in 6 games. And Steph Curry's dad played for the Raptors, so he would have clinched Game 7 in one of his dad's teams that he played for in the Toronto Raptors. That's what the history that he would have won, and he would have won Finals MVP. Most likely. But the crazy part is, what's unfortunate is, what's so odd, Andre Iguodala wins Finals MVP. Kevin Durant was back-to-back MVPs. And Klay Thompson looking like he was gearing towards an MVP himself. And it's unfortunate, man. And that's what, and it sucks, man, because I wish Steph Curry wouldn't get this much hate as he does, with the amount of attention he garners. But it's going to be that way, because it's like, in order for Steph Curry to get to the pantheon of greatness, he has to be, like I said, Curry has to be there in the biggest of stages. Like, that's why the media, a lot of times when they were just saying that he scored a meaningless 47, I don't think it's meaningless, because Curry had to do so much. The only problem is it didn't translate to a win. And it's unfortunate, because when Klay went down, I'm just like, yo, that's just too many injuries to overcome. And it's like, it just makes it that much easier to guard Steph Curry. And we're saying, Steph, it's your time. You got to take over. But the crazy part is that despite the fact that they lost the bodies, the Warriors had their opportunities. And it's so crazy. I'm not giving Draymond Green a pass anyway. The brother had 8 turnovers. That stupid BS that he pulled on Pascal Siakam. I'm like, why are you flailing your arms in the air like that? I'm like, Draymond, what are you doing, bro? You look like you took a ride on the carousel and went on you ride on the horse, and then somebody pushed the button, accelerated the speed up, and just coughed the ball right up to Siakam. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, as good as Draymond plays, his IQ tends to be lacking as well. And I think what happens is that the media, because the Warriors have been so successful, we tend to overrate them so high because of that. They have this amazing IQ and all this. I'm like, yes, they do. The Warriors have very, very good basketball IQ. But what be costing them basketball games is their lack of IQ in key situations. Missed free throws, turnovers, and the turnovers that Draymond made, you could kind of low-key say you cost them the game. Not just the fact that Steph Curry didn't show up in the fourth quarter, but those turnovers that Draymond had, those are huge. Those are huge. They kept the Raptors in the game. Now, you give the Raptors defense credit, but those turnovers kept the Raptors in the game. And it's so crazy. He would have had a quadruple double just with 10 turnovers had he had 2 more turnovers. And that's what's so strange about it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Lewis with another one, man. I just wanted to do that video on strange things that happened in the finals. But let me know what you guys think. As always, bless up. One love. Peace. Thanks for watching. DJ, Run.
Alójate y hazme mía, que la noche lo pidió, en la tierra decidió.
Who is that? Whip blue and black on my CD. I'm getting a BM. That's a I-8 through the tri-state. All my niggas raise the crime rate. It's getting ugly like LeBron face. Never seen it coming. That's a blind date. Shooter told me I should slow.